Come back on College Basketball Live. We'll check in on the game of the night that was played in Johnson City, Tennessee. We're going to chat with one of the most underrated coaches in the country next. The center of the college basketball world Wednesday was Johnson City, Tennessee. SoCon lead on the line between East Tennessee State and Furman. According to Joe Lenardi, the loser would drop out of the field. Trey Boyd and the Bucs were balling, Sean.
They were, and this East Tennessee State team, made a splash in the non-conference by going down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and absolutely destroying LSU. And tonight, they were good, really good. And Patrick Good from the outside. He's feeling it, and a big night for him, a big night for East Tennessee State to get back on top inside the SoCon. Remember, Joe Lenardi had them as an at-large team because of how good their resume is.
Joe, how exactly after this win tonight does the committee view the Bucs' resume right now?
Well, it doesn't matter as much because now they're the AQ from the Southern Conference. Maybe an 11 seed. We'll see how high they can go. The loser, Furman, not really enough to be on the at-large board. So that is life in a mid-major. Maybe 2 bids, not anymore.
Well, Joe, to your point, the resume of the Bucs, pretty darn good when you consider the throttling they handed LSU, a game that was much more of a blowout than the final score indicated. The 2 wins over UNC Greensboro, the Winthrop victory, and, of course, the one against Furman tonight. They are ETSU tough. And we're joined now by the head coach of the East Tennessee State Bucs, Steve Forbes. Coach, we've been talking about it. It's the game of the night, and you guys come away with the win, and you avenge that early January loss, and now your team has won 11 of its last 12 games. How do you characterize the importance of this win tonight?
Well, it's a big win. Furman's got a tremendous team, and they're very well coached, and we have to win every game at this level, at this late in the year, to continue to have a tournament-type profile, and that's really hard. But these guys, we got a gritty, grimy, tough team. We got a lot of balance. We've had 8 different leading scorers this year. This team always steps up and answers the bell.
Coach, you and I have talked over the last 2 seasons, and we mentioned the growth of this team and getting these guys back this year, that this would be a team that could be able to make a run. You made a huge splash in the non-conference, going to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and absolutely handling the LSU Tigers. How much does that game give you guys confidence as you headed into conference play and you think carry weight when it comes time to Selection Sunday?
Well, it should carry weight because I think Kentucky was the first team to win at LSU last night in the SEC. I don't think they've lost a home game but to us in Kentucky, and they've got a really good team. I think it gave us a lot of confidence, Sean. I didn't think we had the edge last year that we needed, to win our league. Our league was fantastic last year. Wofford was great. I think this team has an edge to itself. We've been together a long time. We were together in summer. We went to Europe for 10 days, and we went through a tough non-conference, and now we're playing well in the conference.
Coach, I want to ask you this. You've built a mid-major program in the SoCon into a potential at-large team in the NCAA tournament. What does that achievement mean to you?
It means everything. We'd be the first team in the history of this league, and I think the history of the league goes back to the 1920s. North Carolina used to be in the league. Thank God they're not anymore. But it would be awesome. Last year, Wes Miller's team was awesome at Greensboro, and they were the last team out. We were very close, and I think this year we're going to be in the same boat with Furman and Greensboro and ourselves.
Coach, you mentioned it. The pressure is always on to win out, especially this time of year. A significant win. How do you keep your guys on point and to task down the stretch here after getting this win and regaining control in this conference?
I think they're really good at that, Sean. We've been that way all year long. We got older guys. They're very focused. They're very mature. They're a lot of fun to coach. And, I always give them the 24-hour rule. It's not really 24 hours. Whenever they wake up tomorrow, they got to forget about this one and move on to Sanford.
Well, I know this. I know that you could look at the resumes of any coach in any league in college basketball, and they have a real tough time stacking up to what you've done over the past few seasons at East Tennessee State. Coach Forbes, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks for having us on and representing the SoCon Conference. We got a great league.
Enjoy that barbecue, Coach.
Oh, he will, all right. You better believe he will. Bucs now take a full game lead over UNC Greensboro, who, by the way, won in overtime tonight. They pull even with Furman for second in the SoCon.
Barbecue's always better after a win. You have to know that. I've been to the SoCon tournament. I've done the championship game a couple of times in that conference. It is fantastic down in Nashville.